Hey Pisces star seeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let's see what the messages are. How's everyone feeling now that Neptune is in Aries? Different, right? Unseen worlds. You're really good at tapping into what's not visible to normal human beings. And we also have healing. Yourselves and others. And we have also here feeling safe. And then self-esteem. Healing those unseen worlds. Where in the past have you not felt safe? 111. And that's unknowingly following you through life. Where you're constantly in protective mode. Okay. Let's see. Let's use these. We haven't used these in a while. Tarot of the Divine. Little Hamsa there. Okay. Ooh, we got a tower. But we'll also look at this because this doesn't belong in this deck. The tower is on the left. So when I do readings, it's kind of, well, it depends. But the left side is something that's already happened. Okay, so you've gone through this. Thank goodness. We can't go through any more, not right now. So tower moments, those sudden upheaval, sudden changes, sudden, okay, this is not going to work anymore. And we think about feeling safe. You didn't feel safe in a situation. Maybe you thought you did. But now looking back, you're like, you know what? That was really difficult on my nervous system. I was trying to hold everything together to make it look safe, but in reality, it wasn't safe. So the universe, the divine, God, your higher self, got you out of that situation. Okay? And then we have the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. So this is something that, was divinely guided to happen. Remember, unseen worlds. That's this High Priestess energy. We don't always know why things happen, but at the same time, we do know why. Okay, that's the Pisces gift. If you want to call it that. It can also be the opposite of a gift, but we're going to focus on the positive here. So 333. So your higher self connected with the divine, and this happened. Everyone's circumstance is different. So now there's this healing aspect where everything is reset. So imagine an earthquake coming through. You cannot do anything until the shaking has stopped. Because at that point, that's when you can evaluate, okay, what's viable and what's not. What is rubble and what is still standing. So while that shaking, while that tower is happening, you're not sure. So now you're coming out of that tower and you're seeing, okay, this is what's still there. And, this figure here, it looks like she's doing Reiki or healing, laying of the hands on this hurt fox. Okay, so there's always some kind of casualty or hurt that needs healing after a big change like this. Okay. So check yourself. Check your pets, check your family. Okay, anybody hurt? And if they're not physical pains, think about them emotional, mental pains. Post-traumatic stress. And give your nervous system, your body, your mind, your heart, time to heal. Okay? What does that healing look like? Ace of Pentacles. So, checking your resources. We've got the Nine of Wands, having some boundaries up. Who do you give to? Who do you not give to? Three of Pentacles. So, assessing what work needs to be done. Now, you can take this in all kinds of ways. And remember, body, mind, and soul, they're all connected, but they show in different ways. So, who's in the driver's seat? You're like, okay, soul, I want you to take the lead. You're going to heal my mind and then my body. Usually by the time some kind of pain gets to the body level, we've been dealing with it for a long time. You can think about past life things that have just weighed you down or hurt you over lifetimes, not just this one. And then we have the Death card here. Game over. Transformation. Restart. Reset. Okay? That's when you look behind a curtain, like in The Wizard of Oz, and you realize, oh wait, that's not as scary as I thought it was. But I do have to look at it in order to heal it. So what needs healing? It's that feeling safe in your life, in your mind, in your heart, in your body. Where have you been bracing, preparing for a tower every second of every day, to where your body, your emotions, your mind is so exhausted? And it's remembering that as you look behind that curtain and you realize, oh wait, I didn't need to be afraid or worried. It does take time for your body to catch up, to realize that you're safe. So give yourself that grace. Several weeks, several months even. And just really ground down and taking care of your body. Because your mind knows, your soul knows, your heart even knows that you're safe, but your body's like, are you sure? So, massage your feet. Pisces, we're ruled by feet. So in order really to get down into your body, massage those feet. Or have someone massage them. Or get those sandals that have the bumps on them. And just wake your feet up. Soak your feet even in a salt bath every evening. Just to remind yourself, okay, I live in this body. Am I still here? Pinch your feet. Get those nerves woken. Okay. Feeling safe. So it takes protection, it takes work. All right, we have this Knight of Wands energy. This doesn't feel safe. Knight of Wands, in and out. Oh, let's just see. Remember, there will be people that try to come back in to see if they can still partake of your energy. This is what that is. That Knight of Wands, it's impulsive. Queen of Cups. It's like a test. Because the Queen of Coins, did I say Queen of Cups? Queen of Coins, let's go back to like the original meaning, okay? Okay, hold on. Where's that book? Here we go. This is an old book. At least 50 years old. I know that in the scheme of things, it's not that old, but meanings change over time. So Queen of Pentacles back then, this is the Rider-Waite deck as well. The Queen of Fertility. Ripe fruit, Cupid at the back. She's surrounded by green fields, and the rabbit of fertility sits at her side nearby. A bower of red roses. I've never even heard that term before. Above her signifies desire. She sits quietly contemplating the pentacles she beholds in her lap. This card represents a woman with black hair and eyes. Okay, so the divinatory meaning, this is a woman who is the Earth Mother, generous with her gifts. She is rich, but charitable, 1144. A truly noble soul, a creator on the physical plane. Other meanings are opulence, security, remember safety, trust of those around one, at times melancholy or moody, a good use of practical talents. Okay, so all of that sounds safe, but it can also mean, if it's reversed, mistrust, suspicion, duties neglected, dependence on others, changeable, fearful of failure. So not all of us grew up with this kind of mother. Okay? So that's where our feeling of safety or not safety comes from. As a child, what was your home life like? So those are the memories that are in your body, and we get used to them. So these two energies are opposite. If we look at the upright, this fire sign's young, impulsive, in and out. It's that knight that just rushes in. What is that song? Fools rush in. So be wary of that kind of energy coming in to, guess what? Receive your safety. 1333. It's like you've created this safe space for others, even if you don't yourself feel safe. Because you know what it's like to not feel safe. So you're like, okay, I can hold ground for everyone. And you're doing all this acrobatics and juggling, running around. Everyone else feels great, but how do you feel? So as you attain your own safety, as you protect what you care about, like these eggs here, if you have children, you protect them, right? But remember, there will be energy that tries to come in to swoop in and get your protection. But what do they offer you is the question. Give it a good long think before you say yes. I would start with no. No. Justice. So this situation that happens often in your life, all the time, every relationship basically, this is a karmic cycle that's ending. It's on the right side, so this is still in the future position. You have a choice to make, Pisces. Will you allow it to come back, or will you say no? It's reminding me of a movie, I believe it's French, called Lady J, where there was this woman that had been betrayed by a man. So she set up this huge intrigue to get back at him. It didn't work how she planned, so be careful about revenge, okay? But he had to show up again and again and again to prove he was worthy of this young girl's love, who this Lady J found in like a brothel and was like, you're going to deceive this man. And the young girl kept saying, no, your offerings are too small. Until eventually he's like, let's get married and you can have my whole life. And they actually were in love, and he didn't care that she had this past, but this other lady thought it was going to be detrimental. Okay, anyway. Nothing is as it seems. But keep saying no. Keep saying no until you get exactly what you want. So if someone's like, oh, like one of the things was, oh, here's some jewels, and let me be with you. And she was like, no. Or the mother coached her, no. Oh, okay, here's some property. Here's a house. No. And then it was like, oh, okay, let's get married. Let's make this legal. Okay. And then it came out, oh, actually, she works at a brothel. She's not pure. But it didn't matter, because he loved her and she loved him. So one person might think, oh, this is gonna really hurt, and it doesn't. So always put yourself first, Pisces. Say no until you really want to say yes, because you deserve that. King of Swords. So watch your thoughts, watch your mind, watch what you consume in media, because you're really going to have to use all of your mental strength here, because there's a wanting to go backward, wanting to go to what's easy, where you get siphoned and you get some breadcrumbs. But you don't deserve that. If anything, you should have your cake and eat it too, in the big picture kind of way. But how will you know what that cake and eating it too is if you just say yes to crumbs? Okay, let's see what this card is. This is number 70. Could be born 1970. Could be 70 years old now. It's never too late. We're always learning, and we can always impart knowledge on those that are younger in some way. Okay. 70. It is the Seven of Pentacles, which means perseverance, investing in the future, long-term goals. Remember, oh, you can have a nice necklace if you let me sleep with you. Oh, you can have a house. Oh, wait, no, you get everything, right? This is the long-term planning. Okay. So the path is meandering. We don't always know what's going to happen. It also splits and then it disappears. So being prepared. Okay, it's talking about the magic ladder. It's a unique cosmic entity. It appears at random, but never without reason. Travelers have found the ladder shows up when you need it the most. It has the ability to lift you into the skies and offers unbelievable perspective. So remember that, dream really big. Because even if you just get 10%, wow, huge, right? And imagine if you got all 100%. And you deserve that, Pisces. So self-esteem is here, right? So you deserve all the goodness that you create in your heart, in your mind. And it's not about vanity. It's not that. It's that longing in your heart. It's listening to your guides. It's not just, oh, I want to be a billionaire. But why? What will you do with what you receive? Okay. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave this here. Anything else? No. But yeah, this is the path, right? Things are changing. As we get out of Neptune in Pisces, we're also going to get out of Neptune, Saturn. We're also going to get out of the year of the snake. So there's all these things that need to happen. So keep your goals and your sights high and really stand true to what you know that you need and want. And if you're not sure, this is a good time to work on that, to be really clear of what heals you, what makes you feel good, feel safe. Work on your self-esteem so that you no longer accept crumbs. Keep saying no and no and no and no. And if someone's really committed, they will find all the ways, right? Oh wait, they don't want the necklace? Okay, how about the house? Okay, actually let me give them everything. But you have to keep saying no. All right, Pisces. I know this will keep coming out, but ask for guidance, pray, manifest, write things down. I feel safe. I am healed. I trust the unseen. And then put things into action, because we do live in a physical world, so things have to be done by you. Tangible things. How do you make yourself feel safe, nurtured, cared for, loved? All right, Pisces, beautiful reading. Your energy does feel really peaceful and steady, even the way I'm speaking. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep focusing on that safety and steadiness. There is this karmic loop that is ending because you're no longer accepting rushing energy. Okay. All right, Pisces. I love you. We'll see you soon.